YouTube family, welcome back. I am trying something a little different. I am getting ready to make two different recipes for the family Easter dinner, and I decided I want to see if I can film them. So this is my first attempt. So what I'm going to do is you're going to be focusing on this. So let's first get the ingredients together and let's get started. All right, so first thing I need to make for this recipe, which is a Chinese pork recipe. This is going to be interesting, and over here I have my phone so I can remember what I need to do, because I got the recipe off a YouTuber, which he's a big following, which is Food Wishes. So I decided to follow his recipe. So I got to make the sauce. So here is all the ingredients that he has for the sauce, and got to keep my phone alive so I can know what I need. So this is what I'm going to need. I have low sodium soy sauce. I have this Chinese sauce, which I am not going to even try to attempt to say. I have a sugar-free syrup, which I'm going to use in place of honey because I don't have honey. I have a brown sugar substitute, which is low carb, which we'll see if that works for me. I have red cooking wine. It says for ketchup, but ketchup has sugar, and I'm trying to do everything low carb if I can. We'll see how it turns out. So this is a low carb red sauce, so I use that. It has for garlic. It has a five Chinese spice. I had to mix that together. I just so happen to have the spices. If you want to know the actual how I mixed it, let me know, because I found that on another YouTuber. So when you can't find something, you might even have the makings of it. So I was only missing one ingredient, but anywho, I have pepper. We have Cajun pepper, salt, and red food dye. So let's get them together, and I have to go back over here because my phone, come on, I need to see the recipe. Okay, we're back. So let's see, and most of these are all going, and I also have this is 1/3 cup. And the spoon for this is also 1 teaspoon. So those are the ones you'll see. So I'm getting ready to mix everything I need right now. So the first thing is to get, we need 2/3. So I need 2 of these. 1, 2. Okay, I should have brought something to put these on, but okay. For this, hey, I'll learn on the next one if I attempt this again. Okay, so I need 1/3 of this sauce. So I pour them right in the same cup. You know, I'm gonna start doing that with it. And for honey, I need 1/2 cup of honey. I think I'm gonna see if I can get away with not making it as sweet with this honey. But trying it out. Let's see. So it's asking for, so I'm gonna do 1/3 because I'm doing everything in 1/3. So it's gonna be 1/3 of honey, or my low carb version of honey, which is really a maple syrup. So I'm moving things out as we go. So now I have to do 1/3 cup of brown sugar. Oh, I probably should have used the brown sugar. Now I'm going to stick to the cup. It's going to stick to the cup. That's why I got the spatula. So let me first clean off the cup. That's what the spatula is here for. Clean off the cups. And yes, your eyes are not fooling you. Yes, there are those blue gloves again. Remember back, here I'm aging myself. Remember when you used to hear it says, "There goes that car again"? I forgot what kind of commercial that was. If you remember, comment down below. It's like, or there goes it was something commercial, was like, "There goes that vehicle again," or whatever. Okay, Cheryl is rambling. So this is probably that's 1/3 cup of of the brown sugar, and I think I'll put just a little, try to eat that up just a little bit. Okay, 1/3 cup of brown sugar. That is in. So now we need 1/2 cup of the cooking wine. So I think I'm going to try to use the same cup. Do 1, and then half of this to get a 1/2 cup. Let me make sure I'm seeing that right. Yeah, 1/2 cup. So just a little bit more. Okay. All right, got that in there. All right, and now it wants 1/3 cup. Oh, got my fingers. 1/3 cup of ketchup, and I am going to put 1/3 cup of my red sauce, red pasta sauce. It's a low carb pasta sauce. And then I will put, it has 4 cloves of garlic. I don't have fresh garlic on me, so I will try to get, and I should have took the top off of it, and I hate the idea. Let me be right back, sorry. I'm back. Sorry, I didn't want to make a mess. Okay, so I need to probably just do 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. This is an experiment. We'll see if this works. My family will let me know. Okay, we want 1/2 teaspoon. This is a teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. So let me get 1/2 of that. There you go. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Done. Now with the Chinese spice, I need 1 teaspoon of the Chinese spice. And this is the Chinese spice I had to mix myself because I didn't actually have, I thought I did, but I didn't. So I need 1 teaspoon of that. Okay, now I can move that out of the way. All right, and then it says 1/4 teaspoon of the Cajun, 1/4, which I'm just going to do a little eyeballing because my family don't like it too spicy. So that is done. The salt says like 1/8 teaspoon, so I'm just going to grind some in there. We're going to call that enough. And he wants 1 or 2 teaspoons of red food dye. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that much. I think I'm going to eyeball that one too. I'm just going to put just a little. Okay, we're going to call that done too. And now everything can be mixed together. So let me clean up my measuring thing here, because the recipe says I have to cook this sauce for 1 minute and then marinate my meat in this sauce. So I'm going to put it on the stove because I am not set up for all that, but I will bring you back. Let me see if I don't know if I can do that, but we're going to stop here so I can get this sauce cooking, or at least maybe try to set up to show y'all me cooking it. But I'm thinking I'm gonna come back when the sauce is cooked. So we'll be back. We are now ready. Well, this is still cooling down. This is probably letting, once I finish getting the meat ready, I'll be ready to pour this into the bowl, which is what I'll be using to marinate the meat in. So I have here's the 2 pieces of pork tenderloin. I think I'm gonna cut these into 4 and each into 2. I mean, I think that's gonna be cut. Move this over. All I'm gonna do is just lay them in the bowl. move this bowl over, bring this bowl forward. Okay. We are just supposed to pour it in. So let me do a nice once over stir. Hopefully I made enough to, as I'm cooking it, I can baste it too, because it needs to have enough to baste, but all of it needs to be used for the marinade. So I'm just going to simply pour that over the meat. Probably, yep, pour it over. It is what it is. All right, so just making sure all the meat has its surrounding. You know what I'll probably do every now and then when I'm ready to eat my dinner, I might give it a little stir, and then maybe another one just before I go to bed, and then I'll keep film the bits and pieces, because I don't know how all the YouTube, this is my first one, but I kind of find it fun. So this will be in the refrigerator at least for 12 hours, but I'll let you know in the next clip how long I let it marinate, and then we'll move on to the baking process. See you then. Hey, welcome back, my family. It is time to get this meat in the oven. So we left off where I let it marinate for probably, it was well over 12 hours since it's been in the marinade. I did a little couple turns here and there, so we should be good to go. And it is time to drop these on this grid here. And the oven is now set at 290. I will, per the recipe, he did grill, but he said also he can do it in the oven. I'm going to be doing it in the oven, and I know what the internal temperature needs to be, between 185 and 190. So I have my thermometer, which I will show you, and I forgot to bring here, so I got to go get it. I just want to make sure my meat is all marinated, and I will be basting it every now and then. So I'm trying to line these up so they are good and good spaced apart. Not the best grill, but you make do what you have. So trying to space them out and set them in here. Let me see how I can do it. Oh, I know how to do it. Do it this way and this way. That way they're all spaced out. They're all separated. And I have my basting. So let me get my brush. I'll be right back. Get my brush. Okay, sorry about that. So I have my temperature control, no, not temperature control, I got my thermometer so I can keep eye on the meat when it's ready, and I have my brush so I can baste. So let me do one quick baste, and then let this go in the oven. Again, the oven's at 290. It's probably going to cook, going by, he did his in the grill, it's probably going to cook between 2 to 3 hours. I'm going to be turning it, basting it, you know, that type of thing. Probably every 30 minutes, I'll probably come down and kind of turn it and baste it. So, with that being said, and then whatever juice is not used, I will put it on the oven, condense it so I can thicken it up, and then also I'll use that as a sauce to pour over it as I slice it. but I will show you all that. So the oven has beeped saying that it's at the right temperature. Let me put this here. I'll keep this here and let's get these in the oven. And I'll see you in the next clip. Hey, welcome back, my family. This is the first basting. So let's give it a little stir and then let's baste. Baste. It is time to baste meat, and I think I'm also going to give them a little turn as I first baste this side and then let them cook on the other side. So forgive me if you hear noises. My apologies. So let me do this quick stir. Quick stir, listen to me. Quick turn. Let's do the quick turn. And baste them on this side and let them cook for another. And I let them, before I pulled them out for the first baste, and this is 45 minutes. I let them cook for 45 minutes. So we will let it cook for another 45 minutes. And I will be right back. I probably won't show you the next basin. The next clip probably will be the finished product. So let me get this back in the oven. All right. See you in the next clip, family. Welcome back, fam. All right. I decided to do another basting, but also I tried to thicken the sauce. The sauce did thicken some. That's something I'm learning when you're trying to do sugar-free. Some of your sauces won't come out as thick as the recipe when you're using like the substitutes. But I need to make sure my meat is right temperature. So I have my thermos, my little temperature, and I guess I'll go into this piece. Let me see. Go in from the middle and let that give me a temperature reading, which I'm trying to see. Okay, so I am only at 160. So like I kind of thought, I'm gonna have to go at least probably another 45. But what also, since I was able to thicken up my sauce, I'm going to give it one more basting. And if you hear that in the background, I am cooking, getting my other recipe going as I'm filming this one. It does take a lot more than you think when people film these cooking ones. And I'm not even filming every step, but I just thought about this. I want to turn these. Let me turn these, because I didn't turn the last time. So let me turn these and then get them back in the oven for another 45 minutes. And then hopefully that will get us to internal temperature of 185, between 185 and 190, he said. And that is what we're going to try to get. We were at 160. So let's get these back in the oven. See you in the next clip. Welcome back, my family. I just checked my temperature and I am at 190, so that means the meat is complete. Didn't know I'll run, but hey, it came out that way. So I can actually take these off of here and I will slice them up and then eventually put them in a travel container, because like I said, this is for my my Easter family's meal, but I will slice up a couple. Let me see, I probably should have only put a cup, one or two. Let me put just one on here as I'm showing you what it looks like. Let me just take those off. Let's get the nice one here and just cut through it. Pull the cutting thin. It looks nice. I normally don't eat until 6, but I'm gonna have to cut off a couple pieces of this just to try it out. And this is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice all 4 of them really thin like this. But I don't need to slice them all on camera. And then drizzle up. You know how they try to keep their presentation of their foods. So this is what it looks like. Take one piece off of here. Bring it close. Normally I probably should have cut a little bit thinner than that, but I think this looks pretty good. But I am definitely going to be trying to piece out. And I should have put a little bit more dipping sauce on this, but I'm going to try it out. I'm definitely doing this again. You can't have a half a piece. This is good. All right. So this is the Chinese barbecue pork. And I will link the recipe that I followed for this tutorial. But this is good. I would definitely try to do this again. I never knew how to do anything with the pork loin, so this is the recipe I picked, and it came out pretty good. So let me get rest of this cut up and everything packed up so my family can enjoy it. You have a blessed Easter. Have a lovely day.